Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Miss Rachel. For today's project, we are going to be taking everyday objects from around the house and adding just a little something to make them look alive. Think of movies you might have seen like Beauty and the Beast, where things from around the castle, like the teapot and the furniture, come to life. For us to make things come alive, we are going to be drawing some eyes together that we can cut out and put on things around the house. Okay, so now we're going to gather the materials that we need for this project. So the materials you're going to need are a pair of scissors, and we'll go over using scissors again. Remember, scissors are something for my younger friends doing this that you need to have a grown-up present to help you with. You need some kind of sticky tape if you have some at home. If you don't have tape at home, it's okay. So I have some Scotch tape. I also have some painter's tape. You need something to draw with. This could be a Sharpie, a marker, a pencil, something that's going to allow you to make some darker lines. It doesn't matter what color it is as long as it's a darker color. And you're going to want some white paper. If you don't have white paper, you can use a piece of newspaper, something from a magazine, but try to find a paper that's lighter in color so you'll be able to see your lines. What are some of the things that we think of when we think of a human or a human face? Let's try to draw some of the parts of the face together. I know that I have a nose. Right? I have a nose. I have a mouth. Oh, and what am I forgetting? My eyes. Today we're going to be focusing on the eyes and drawing different kinds of eyes so that we can try to make things around the house come alive. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with my Sharpie. I'm going to put the cap on the end so it doesn't get lost. I'm going to try to make some eyes in different sizes. So the first eye I'm going to make is going to be kind of the size and shape of an egg. Ooh, and I'm noticing that this Sharpie does not have a lot of ink left. That's okay. Okay, so something that you can do when you have Sharpies and other markers that are getting dry, you can set them aside because we're going to be using these for another lesson very soon. Don't throw it away. I'm going to get a fresh Sharpie and I'm going to go over those lines. And you can see this one is really black. Okay, and now I'm going to put a dark circle inside. Now you can decide where you want it to be. Maybe I want them over here. So I'm just making a curved line and I'm going to fill it in. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to make a curved line. I'm going to fill it in. When we're at school together, I usually do things a little bit more quickly because I always want my students to have a lot of time to do their own art project, but you should take your time. And okay, so now I have two eyes that are about the size of an egg. Maybe we should try to make some smaller eyes that are maybe slightly different shape. So I'm going to show you what it looks like this time if I use a pencil. Now a pencil lead is not as dark as a black marker or a Sharpie, so I'm going to have to really press hard with my muscles. And we can also go over our grip. When we're holding a pencil, you can make your hands into a little mouth, and your mouth should go chomp, 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 and it should be holding the pencil like this. And if you're left-handed like me, it would be chomp, 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 and you're holding like this. Okay? I'm going to make some smaller circles. These are going to be very round. My line is just going up and around. And I think for these, I'm going to make my circle right in the middle. And I'm pressing hard to make it darker. If I just go like this, it's much lighter. But if I press down hard, I can make the pencil marks pretty dark. I'm going around again and inside. Okay. And maybe we'll make one more. I'm going to go back to my Sharpie. Eyes come in lots of different shapes. I'm going to make some eyes that are a little bit more of maybe an almond shape. So I'm going to start my line. I'm going up like I'm creating a little hill, and then down. And I'm going to do the same thing here, making another little hill up and then down. And on the bottom, I'm going to mirror that image. So one way to do that, if you're comfortable making the little hill, is you can just turn your paper upside down. I'm going to go up, making my little hill, and down, up, down. And now I'll decide where I want to put the colored part of my eye. I think for these, I'm going to put them at the top. So I'm making a nice circle, another circle, okay, and I can color it in. This Sharpie is a little bit stinky. And when these eyes are all colored in, then we're going to cut them out. Now we're going to start cutting out our eyes. Some of you may not have scissors at home. If you don't have scissors at home, that's okay. One thing that you can do is you can kind of do a tear to get your eyes cut out. So first I'll show you cutting out with scissors, and then I'll show you how to do it without scissors, just using your hands. So I'm going to cut out these eyes. When I pick up my scissors first of all should always be closed when they're not in use, right? We don't pick up scissors that are open. So scissors are closed and your hands are going through the top. So your thumb goes in the little hole. The rest of your fingers go in the top, okay? Trying to do it like this is very difficult and it's not very safe. So your hands are always going through the top. If you use your other hand, through the top, okay? The scissors are always cutting away from your body. And your other hand that's holding the paper should always be behind the scissor hand. So I'm going to go in and I'm taking my time. Now, learning how to cut with scissors takes practice. So I might do this a little faster than you do. That's okay. I've been using scissors a long time. I'm starting again down here. Remember, I'm cutting away from my body and I'm making sure that my other hand holding the paper is nowhere near my scissors. Okay, ooh, and that gives me a nice little eye. When we have to rip out shapes, that's a little tricky and takes a little more work. If you're going to be ripping shapes at home, try to draw your eyes bigger because it's going to be harder to rip tiny pieces. So we're going to start with one at a time. When I rip, I'm actually going to separate these eyes first by making a straight rip. So one thing I can do is put my hand in between and I can figure out where to do a fold in the paper. And I'm going to make a crease in that fold. And another thing you can do is fold the crease in the opposite direction. That's going to make it even easier to rip. Okay? And now I'm going to be putting pressure on the paper with my hand near the line. I'm holding it tight while the other hand does teeny tiny rips away. And I'm ripping away from my body, making sure that I'm moving my hand so there's pressure there near that line. And voila, we've separated them. Okay, now we are trying to go in somewhat of a circular shape around these egg-shaped eyes. So this is going to require little tiny rips. I'm going to start doing these little pincher rips. And I'm actually going to put my other finger right on the edge of the line I want to rip. Now this isn't going to be perfect, but we'll do our best. I'm continuing to make these little teeny tiny little baby rips. And I'm turning my paper into the line. And if I want to get rid of this big extra piece, I'm going to rip away. Away, away, away. Okay? Look, we're like halfway there. So now we're going to start again with a teeny rip. And it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you're making your eyes this way where you are tearing them out, you might want to start by just doing your outside shape first, like that big egg shape, and trying to rip it out, and then you could go in again with your marker to add more detail. You can always go back to add detail. Okay, so now we've ripped out an eye, and I'm going to do my other eye. Now's the fun part. we're going to start looking around our house or our apartment, wherever we live, for objects that we think could start to look like they're alive. So maybe you look at your sink and you see that the sink has two handles, and that reminds you of a face with the nose as the faucet. I have this little teapot here, and this to me looks a little bit like an elephant's trunk. So I'm going to put some eyes on this teapot. First I have to choose which eyes I'm going to use. I have such nice eyes. Ooh, those are kind of fun if I turn them sideways. I think I like those eyes. So I'm going to get some tape. Rip my tape. Okay, and I'm rolling a little tape ball. If you need help with this, this is something a grown-up can help you with. I'm putting my little tape ball right on the back. And the same for this eye. I'm going to pick them up and gently press. Boop. And boop. Oh, hello. All right, so now this one has a little face. If you do not have any tape at home, it doesn't mean you can't do this. You're just going to have to be creative with how you stick your eyes on things. So, like for example, I noticed that this teapot has this little lip here. I could always probably stick some eyes inside. Maybe I can let the lid close. Oop! Wow. So now the teapot has 2 rows of eyes. Okay, so you'll just have to be creative if you don't have tape at home. You can always put the eyes down onto something and then take a photo of it. And it'll just be there temporarily, okay? And when you're done and you want to remove things, you're just going to pop them off. Maybe you want to stick them somewhere else or in another way. For the next part of our video, we have a special guest today, Ron Bothersby. He is going to be going around and looking for creatures created with eyes around the house.
I'm Ron Bothersby, and this is another spirited edition of Animals and Us. Let us look around and see what we can find today. Right. This is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Shh, we have to be absolutely quiet. I'm not even sure we've seen something like this in its natural habitat in years. So let's take a look at the Stanley tape snail. Absolutely gorgeous. Just spectacular. Oh, this can't be. I've spotted another one. It's a smiling weaver fan. Oh, he's so happy. Shh. We don't want to scare it. If we get really, really close, we might be able to see a frogger. Yes, a frogger. I know. We've read about it. But have we seen one? Shh. Come with me. Oh, there it is. Oh, gorgeous. Look at that red nose. And it's almost human-like hair. Beautiful. What a specimen. All right, let's give it some space. He might hop off at any moment. Oh no, we've stumbled upon one of the most amazing creatures in all of New York. The Victrola. Oh, it's so happy. Look at it. It's known to sing out songs from its mouth like music. Oh, gorgeous. Hi, little one. Ow! Okay, right. Well, we are being spotted. Often found near walls. This is a walled green sanitizer. Ooh, it's fluttering, being aggressive. Now they say that from their beaks produce a very, very magical substance to clean all things. It's okay. Oh, see? Not bad. Thank you, little one. Bye-bye. Nature's beauty. We've stumbled upon... a rare catabed. Yes, it's got a very big mouth. It is known for luring in unsuspecting cats. What do we have here? A cat. Stay away from here, please. Don't come close. Please be careful. No, what are you doing? Oh dear, I can't look. Please let him go. Oh, thank God. You're okay. Bad catabed. Bad catabed. What an absolutely magical day this has been.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks for joining us for our most recent episode of Art with Miss Rachel. If you'd like to see more of our videos, please subscribe below.